Hey, it's Andrew Bocher with GY6 Vids, bringing you another full review video. This time, we have something pretty unique. The CMMG Dissent MK57. Let's go have some fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right, kept the suppressor on there, that way the gun is quiet and the flames are a little bit louder. Got to love it. Moving on. Don't worry, it's really wet right now. Nothing's gonna burn. If you want to, like always, there's a skippable timeline right here on the screen that you can jump to. I want to respect your time as you're watching videos. If you're dedicating time to take time out of your day to watch what I'm creating, I want to make sure not to waste your time. So if you're here just to see the shooting and things blowing up and having fun, you can skip to the jump points right here on the screen. But if you're wanting to know all the details about a firearm, you might want to stick around. So first and foremost, gun is clear, chamber is clear, magazine is empty. Always stay safe when you're handling firearms. Do not become a statistic. It's really cold in here right now. If you haven't noticed, it shows up more on my end because I have all the stage lighting in my face and all I see is a cloud of just misty breath every time I breathe right now. It's about, I think 15 degrees tonight. I'm in my studio and there's not a lot of insulation, but I do have a little heater. And I'm wearing a nice, warm, comfy, cozy, sleek, sexy black multicam hoodie by rebelscreed.com. Rebelscreed.com is the sponsor of today's video. I want to say thank you to them. They are a patriotic apparel company. If you're into patriotic apparel and you're looking for a new brand to represent that represents you as well as a patriot in this country, go check them out, rebelscreed.com, link in the description. And last but not least, thank you so much to the patrons I have over at patreon.com/GY6. Every dollar donated on Patreon goes right back into this channel to help to keep the quality high and entertainment high at the same time. There's a lot of money and time that goes into making these videos. If you like my content, if you enjoy what you see, if you enjoy the quality, please consider becoming a patron. $1 a month goes a long way when it adds up, and it helps a ton keeping this channel going because God knows social media everywhere just doesn't want to support gun content. So if you like it, you want to see more of it, consider jumping on board. All right, enough of all the tender loving care and shout outs to people that have helped make this channel what it is. Moving on to the full review of the CMMG Dissent MK57. So the CMMG Dissent isn't a new firearm. The Dissent has been around for a little while from CMMG. It is a fantastic setup, a fantastic side charging setup. It's got the ergonomics and all the things you would enjoy off an AR platform, the same type of safety selector. You have drop-in triggers you can put on here, typical pistol grips, all the nuts and bolts that look like and feel like an AR-15. But on the Dissent, you have a non-reciprocating side charging handle, which makes it pretty unique. Also, you have unique gas systems in this gun. Now, the original Dissents, like the 300 Blackout, they have an adjustable gas block that allows you to mitigate gases and increase gases if you're going to shoot it suppressed or unsuppressed. So one of the most unique and interesting features of this MK57 Dissent is it has the radial delay blowback gas system. And I shouldn't even say gas system because when you think AR platform, you think gas. You're either going to have DI, so direct impingement, or you're going to have piston. Well, with the MK57, you don't have any gas system. There is no gas system at all. I know, right? What they have is a radial delay blowback. On a bolt face, you usually have lugs, right? Most people know that. You have these lugs. They're pretty squared off or rectangular. Well, on the back side of these lugs, on the radial delay blowback system, they have a chamfer, so a little bit of an angle, and that angle overlaps with the extension in the backside of the barrel. What it does is it allows when that gun goes off and that bullet fires, it pushes more gas down the barrel rather than back into the receiver. That gas and pressure buildup and that delay causes a rotation of the bolt, and that delay allows that pressure to push the bolt rearward, not needing a gas system. Very small. It's a short action system, so you don't have all this weight lugging into your shoulder. Now, granted, the 5.7x2.8 round is very light recoiling as it is, so don't expect to have a ton of a thump from this gun at all, even if you didn't have the radial delay blowback system. But with the radial delay blowback system and a 5.7's light recoiling round, this gun shoots like a subsonic 22. That's the best way I can put it. It's extremely flat shooting, easy follow-up shots, and it's a ton of fun to shoot. I just wish 5.7x2.8 wasn't so damn expensive. So the Dissent lineup has been on the CMMG website for a while now, and it is a bufferless system. There is no buffer tube that's needed. It is a compact action technology, a patent pending compact action technology system that CMMG is running in their Dissent models. And you have dual rod, dual spring internals that are in the upper portion of this receiver that allow the bolt to reciprocate back and forth on a dual captured spring system that allows it to recoil and go back in and chamber rounds without having to have a buffer tube. I hate buffer tubes. I think they're one of the biggest weak points on an AR-15 platform. If you bend a buffer tube at all and you drop it on that buffer tube, you're up that creek without that paddle in a major way. And the Dissent lineup has had a 5.7 version available for a while now, but what it has is a conversion magazine that takes 5.7 ammunition. So it fits right into a standard AR mag well, takes a standard AR mags, but it's a conversion kit that allows it to hold 5.7 ammunition. With this one, with the Mark 57, they have a proprietary lower. This one allows you to use all standard FN 5.7 magazines. The two mags that come with the gun are Pro Mags though. I'm gonna get into this a little bit later. I'm not a fan of Pro Mags. They feel flimsy and cheesy. I've never had a lot of luck with them being consistently reliable. So we'll see how they do in the long run, but I'm not a fan, but they do come with them. And this gun does take any standard 5.7 magazines. The one that goes in the 5.7 pistol, this will go directly into the lower of this gun. A side charging, non-reciprocating charging handle. So it does not go back and forth as you shoot, so you don't have to worry about your hand getting jacked up, but it is a side charging handle and it's smooth. I was expecting to have a little bit of grittiness. You know, sometimes when you get a brand new gun, there's a little bit of a grit, a little bit of a texture that it feels like you need to work it in. Not with this. It's just, let me take the mag out so I can fool you. It's just like butter. I just absolutely love it. But the nice thing about this non-reciprocating charging handle is you can remove it and you can put a right side charging handle on the gun. Now this does fall into a category of one of my instant cons about this firearm. You can exchange the charging handle to the other side of the gun. So if you're a left-handed shooter and you're shooting this way and you want to be able to charge the gun like this, you need to get a right side charging handle. You can't pop this one off and put it on this side, even though you're able to if you had the right side charging handle. So if you're a left-handed shooter and you don't want to have to reach over your gun and charge the gun this way, you want to be able to charge it this way, you have to buy a separate charging handle from CMMG that costs you $60. I'm not a fan of that. I think there should be an option. I don't know. I just think there should be an option. I don't think you should be penalized for being a unique shooter. Me being an ambidextrous shooter, I shoot left-handed and right-handed. I originally started off as a left-handed shooter and I taught myself over a long period of time how to shoot both left and right-handed with pistol and with rifle. So that way I don't have to deal with stuff like this. But people that are stuck being left-handed shooters, I know a lot of you right now are probably like, well, good. They're the devil's hand and they deserve to be tortured. I know it's a little bit difficult with dealers, but off their website, they should offer an option for the purchaser to be like, I want the right side charging handle or the left side charging handle. Another issue, or I shouldn't say issue, but something I just thought about, which I would like with this charging handle, would be a spring system to allow it to fold flat against the handguard. That way it doesn't stick out the entire time. Still looks really cool. I do like the overall finish of this, and I do like the look. I mean, the titanium Cerakote on this just pops, and it looks damn good. I mean, really, really nice. Another cool feature is they have a built-in hand stop on the front of the handguard, so you don't have to buy something. With this small of a firearm and being this close to the knotty end of the firearm, you want to be able to have something that stops your hand right away up front so you don't slip off and blast yourself accidentally, or have an angled grip that comes free once in a while and your hand goes in front of the gun. It's always sketchy when you're that close to a barrel, so having a built-in hand stop to give you that extra peace of mind and comfort is a fantastic addition to this gun. I will say one of the things I don't like about this firearm out of the box that kind of bugs me is the brass deflector. The brass deflector is a piece of polymer that looks like it's been 3D printed almost. So it doesn't look good, but it does allow you to swap it out and bring your firearm back to life and eliminate those brass impact points. But I just don't like the way it looks. I do like the fact that they have dimpled takedown pins. It's not just a standard push pin. I don't know how many times I've just taken something to push one of the takedown pins out and I've slipped off and I've screwed up the Cerakote of my gun or the overall finish, and it's not fun. So having little dimpled takedown pins is nice. It allows you to stick the head of a bullet or any other pointed object in there and push those takedown pins out pretty easily. Another cool feature is their ambidextrous safeties. Obviously a standard AR safety, but you can swap this from being a full-on 90-degree safety to a 60-degree. It comes standard in a 60-degree variant. So moving to the back of the gun, they do have their Picatinny rail butt plate. These Dissents do not come with a brace or a stock at all. It's a pistol, and they sell it as a pistol. They don't come with a brace or a stock. They leave it up to you to make your own mind up on what you want to do with your gun, as it should be. Freedom, Second Amendment, Constitution, rights. Come on. You squeeze, and it folds to the side, just like that. Fits nice and flush, and easily whips out whenever you need it. And obviously you squeeze again, folds it to the side, and depending on what brace or what stock you use, you'll have different features obviously, but this is a nice little foldable brace, which is fantastic. And in the upper receiver, like I was telling you, they have their dual captured spring system, which allows it to be bufferless, which I absolutely love. I love bufferless systems. Can't stand buffer tubes. They're annoying and they're an easy failing point of an AR platform. So bufferless systems and this type of technology is the future. Can't wait to see more of it. Moving down into the gun, they do have their zeroed components. So CMMG makes their own lineup of their pistol grips and their accessories. They call them the zeroed lineup. So their zeroed grip, and also the safety selector that allows you to go from 60 degrees to 90 degrees is part of their zeroed lineup as well. So that's what they have for their pistol grip. It feels a little slippy. So I would say they have some work to do on that. I personally would appreciate a little bit more texture on that to get a better grip. I do love their mag release. It's sexy, it's sleek, it's designed perfectly into the lower. I love stuff that's fit and finished, and they take the time to make it look good and be ergonomic, and this is definitely ergonomic. When you're done shooting, pow, 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 pew, 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 it's right there. Magazine comes right out, right back into the gun. There is a slight mag well flare too, so when you're inserting your magazines, it's fairly easy to find that point of insertion. You're not fumbling around and missing your point. It actually finds its way in there pretty easy with that slightly flared mag well, which I love. So the barrel on the Dissent is 4140. It's 6.5 inches long, and it comes with a typical 1/2x28 thread pitch, and it has their muzzle brake up front, which works very nice, but you can take the muzzle brake off very easily and throw on a suppressor. So the barrel compensator is part of their zeroed lineup as well. So with their ambidextrous safety, their grip, and the compensator, they're all part of their zeroed lineup. So moving down into the trigger now, this trigger is from Trigger Tech. Trigger Tech and CMMG had a little collaboration. This is the ARD trigger, and this is a 2-stage trigger. Flat, it's straight vertical. Find that placement very fast, and the break and the reset is scary quick. So this trigger, let's just show you real fast. Let me get this magazine out of here. Gun is clear. So the break on this gun, get the safety off. As you can see, the break on here, there's just a little take up. I mean, extremely little take up. And then you hit your second stage, a little bit more pressure, and it breaks. There's no over travel whatsoever. It just hits a wall and it's done. You charge the gun, the reset, nothing. Just as soon as you let off pressure, it resets. Pull the trigger. You almost don't even see any motion in your finger, which is scary. The ARD 2-stage trigger, absolutely fantastic. I believe it's 3.5 pounds. I believe 3.5 pounds is the poundage on it, maybe 4 pounds, but it feels like 2.5. It's so nice. The overall weight of this gun is 4.9 pounds. Obviously that's without a loaded magazine, without an optic on it, and without a brace. So that's just the pistol itself. It's 4.9 pounds. Fairly light, but it's still enough weight where you feel like you have a robust system in your hands. It doesn't feel like a toy. I hate guns that feel so light. They feel chintzy, almost like an airsoft gun. This one lets you know you're shooting something cool, lets you know you're shooting something that's high quality. It's the perfect weight, in my opinion, for this setup. So both the upper and the lower are machined out of 7075 T6 aluminum, so you're getting high quality aluminum. You're not getting 6061, you're getting 7075 across the board, which is great. That's another thing people don't realize is CMMG makes everything in-house in their factory in Missouri. US made product, truly made in the United States. Other than some plastic components, I think there's, like, other than the detent, like small little metal detents and some plastic components, they make everything on their guns in-house, keeping it in America, keeping good jobs rolling and getting people employed and making badass products. I mean, what else do you want? All right, so those are the details of the Mark 57. Pretty cool little beast. Let's go see what it has on the range. Let's send this old paper target off, and most likely the sticks and the clamps and the blaze of glory. All right. It's time to blow up some more things. Oh, holy crap. Hey, sticks are still intact. And the clamps are still there. I got my sticks and clamps still. It's confetti. I mean, that's definitely one way to turn a paper target into just, it's almost like recycling, but in a cool way. Clearly I film on multiple days. Today is a little bit more snowy. So let's have some fun with accuracy testing on a target at 21 feet. We have a hostage target to the right-hand side overlooking his shoulder. These targets are fantastic. They're self-healing, compressed, recycled rubber, and all you have to use is white primer to spray over your bullet impacts to cover it back up to continue engaging. I am going to initially shoot with just the muzzle brake that comes with the Dissent, and then I'm going to switch over to my 5.56 suppressor. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's put a mag into it. I do have multiple different mags to let you know. So this is something that didn't come with the gun. This is something I had to buy aftermarket, but it's the same type of magazine that comes with the Dissent. And I have an official FN57 magazine. So this is the FN magazine. I absolutely can't stand Pro Mags. I have a feeling they're gonna have issues. I've seen some hiccups with a 30 rounder. I wanna see if the 20 rounders keep up at all, but I wanted to buy an official FN57 magazine. I bought this just so I can run it in this video. So we got the 20 round Pro Mag. Oh yeah. Wah, wah, wah. God, if I had just 5 cents for every time I've done that in my life shooting, I'd be very wealthy. Yeah, I don't like these mags. I just don't like the mags. They're flimsy, they're corny. It just does not match how cool this gun is. This gun deserves a better magazine, much better magazine. Eyes on. Let's shoot for dead center towards the top of the A zone, and we'll see what type of groups come out of this gun. We're at 21 feet, so it's really close. It's short work for this gun. We got a dead trigger, not firing. Yeah, it didn't pick up that next round. And I'm telling you right now, just as I pulled that bolt back, I can see that magazine kind of bubble out and shift. All right, same spot. Holy crap. Yeah, it's a tack driver. It's just stacking bullets on itself. Let's engage that hostage target real quick. So low ready. All right, a little to the right. I gotta practice, gotta engage. Beep! I'm hitting slightly right. And beep! That's better. Beep! Keep engaging. That's better. Yeah, very, very easy to acquire target. See how this thing feeds. I hope that showed up on camera. I stick the mag in. And a round ejects from the magazine. See if it does it again. Yeah. I'm telling you, Pro Mag is not doing this gun justice. Save these rounds. I don't want to waste any. They're not cheap. Let's do it one more time. See if it happens. That's what testing's all about. Well, I'm so glad this ammo is cheap, right? Now I have to go look through the snow to find the rounds to load it back up. I'm telling you right now, guys, these mags absolutely suck. I spent a lot of money on ammo for this video. I am not wasting any of these. Thank you very much to our patrons at patreon.com/GY6. Your money and your pledges to this channel to support future content helps buy ammunition. Ammo is not cheap, especially ammo like this. If you like my videos, if you like my content, if you like what I'm putting out, please consider jumping on board a patron. $1 a month, $5 a month. It helps a ton when it adds up with fans helping out. I don't have a lot of patrons, but those that do support, I definitely appreciate it, and it helps a ton with overhead for filming. That being said, I'm also uploading on rumble.com. Rumble.com is pro Second Amendment. It doesn't censor stuff. You actually can just post on there and not have to worry about being banned or shadow banned or restricted. It just allows you to upload stuff that you want to upload without all the bullshit. So if you want to go over and subscribe on rumble.com @GY6vids, if anything happens here on YouTube where YouTube gets really pissy and deletes my channel, that's where my content will be. So it's always a good backup. All right, back at it. I didn't put any more ammunition in there. I think there's only 20 rounds left. CMMG, I like your firearm. It's so far, it is sexy and it's running and it's fantastic and I love it, and it's compact and it's beautiful and the Cerakote looks fantastic on it. I love every bit of it so far. But ProMag sucks! I knew it, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, look, it's shooting rounds without even having to chamber the bullet in the barrel. You can shoot rounds with ProMag without even pulling the trigger. This blows, there's so many rounds coming out. I hate this magazine. I'm gonna go back to the 20 round mags. 14 degrees right now. Not as cold as it could be, but it's still cold, especially grabbing metal and picking up brass from the ground. All right, let's try the 20 round mag. Bolt back, see what happens. Huh. 20 round mags do it as well. Yep, just ejecting ammunition onto the ground. So this is the official FN57 mag. Let's see if this one does it. Oh, it's even. Wow, it's way more connected into the gun. Nope. So the FN57 magazine, it's good. So it's worth the extra money if you're gonna spend that much money on this gun. And CMMG, I know it might be a conflict of interest because you're buying from another gun manufacturer to use their magazines in the gun you're selling. I'm not sure if there's a conflict. There's probably a reason why they're using Pro Mags, but it stinks that that's the only mag you can get. There's gotta be another option. Just include better magazines with this gun. People are gonna be so upset, and it's not your gun's fault. It's just the crappy magazine's fault. But the FN57 mag even sounds better. It connects, easy peasy, doesn't fall out. All right, let's run this one. Let's pick up the speed a little bit, see if there's any issues with yeah, that even feeds better. The full mags that are Pro Mags, they kind of have a little hiccup as that bolt comes forward because that magazine's such crap. Aim for the bottom black line of the A zone. Let's just pick up the pace. Yeah, feeds them all. Runs very well. Decent group, very easy to maintain. I will say when you're shooting this gun, it's got a very unique recoil impulse. It's a weird feeling. It's like a dipping down, almost reminds me of the Chris Vector. It's got that weird, because the Chris Vector comes back and down into the grip and then back up and forward. So it has this weird like up and down feel to it. And I'm pretty sure you can see it in the high speed footage I've captured as well. You'll see the gun barely move when it goes off, but when the gun moves, it's when that bolt comes forward. It's not bad, it's just different. But you definitely feel like you wanna lean into your shots like you do with a normal gun. This one you could probably just hold and just let yourself rip off rounds. All right, got the Griffin Armament Optimus Micro suppressor on here. Super compact, great noise reduction, absolutely love it. Spray painted the target so all the bullet holes are covered up. Makes it feel like it's brand new. This way will be nice and quiet. Let's see what mag I grabbed. I grabbed the good old awesome 5.7 mag rather than those crappy Pro mags. All right, let's shoot for the head of the hostage taker, and then we'll shoot for the top portion of the A zone and the bottom portion of the A zone and see where the groups line up. See if there's any malfunctions. Okay, hostage taker. Beep. 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 Damn. Top of the line. Top of the A zone. Oop, pulled that last one. Bottom of the A zone. I like it. I pulled one at the top and pulled one at the bottom. You can definitely tell the separation there, but fed all of them just fine. No problems there whatsoever. The 5.7 mags are definitely an investment you want to make if you have this gun. I'm loving the feel of it. I'm loving the recoil reduction. I'm loving how smooth the operation is, how crispy, butter smooth the bolt is. Love it. But the magazines it comes with suck. Pro mag. Ugh. Oh, get in there. Look at that. There it is. Now it's seated. Okay, chambered. Let's go to the head of the hostage this time. Yep, fed all of them that time. So if you're gonna seat a Pro mag, seat it with the bolt forward. If you seat it with the bolt back, you're gonna be just donating ammunition to the ground. Also, even with the Pro mags, the mag release is great. It doesn't shoot the mag out, but it comes free. There's no stickiness. And then even with the FN magazine, the FN actually has a little bit more of a metal on plastic sound, where the other one just sounds like crappy plastic. All right, let's go one more mag. Shit. Obviously, I was about to load a Pro mag into the gun with the bolt back, so don't do that. Let me pick up these rounds real quick. All right, just picking up ammo on the ground. Just picking up some more ammo. Can't even have them in the magazine. They just... Another mag minus probably 4 or 5 rounds because it's a Pro mag. Bolt is forward, so I don't go donating brass to the ground again. Yeah, even the round coming about to be fed in is like cockeyed coming out of that magazine. Does not do the gun justice, but shooting it nonetheless. Okay, let's go for dead center. If I don't slip on this ice, dead center, and see what the group looks like. That recoil is next to nothing. It feels like you're shooting a 1022. That's exactly what it feels like. If you want to know what this feels like, think 1022. It's there's nothing. Decent group. I like it in the middle. Very easy to hold. This Holosun red dot is one of my favorites in the market. So if you're looking for a good red dot for your gun, I'm going to leave a link in the description for this red dot because it's hands down one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. All right, good groups. I like it. It feeds consistently when you have good mags in there and when it doesn't have a mag problem. When the mags are messing everything up. I haven't seen any issues with the gun whatsoever. All right, this should be fun. Ah. Which one of these is good enough to use? I think it's, let's try this one. All right, fire in the hole. Let's do one more. Name that video game. Fire in the hole. I love this stuff. Best hand warmer in the world. Suppressors. Man, now I got to pack everything up and go all the way home. See you back at the desk. Thank God for warm suppressors. Yeah. All right, hope you enjoyed that. This gun is beyond fun to shoot. Super flat shooting, easy follow-up shots. Sounds amazing when it's suppressed. I wish they had their own type of 5.7 magazine they can make that's more reliable, more consistent, because this is my biggest complaint. I can't stand these piece of crap magazines. They're awful. Highly recommend you pick up some FN magazines if you're getting this beast of a little firearm. And I'm gonna show you once again, I'm gonna lock this bolt to the rear. It happens one round at a time if the bolt is forward, but when the bolt's locked to the rear and you insert a magazine full of 5.7, it happens even when it's half full, but when it's fully full, it does this. Every time. Just every time. Ugh. So, review of the magazines. Hate them. Review of the CMMG Dissent MK57. Absolutely love it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Like, subscribe, comment in videos, go watch old videos, go buy a snow cone. All right, bye.